Here we go. Mike at Mountain View Motel, Lima, Montana. Just taking my vehicle back to the motel. Yeah. And hopefully I'll get through this first leg in 6 days. I have 8 days of supplies. And hopefully winter will not ravage me too badly. I'm certainly, with a light winter load, it wouldn't take much to get me in trouble. And right from the gate, I just hate trails like this. Right at the trailhead, a climb. Took a little break, short little distance down. I guess I could have waited until I got here, but I saw a perfect spot. I'm sure this water is clean and clear, but I'd rather get the water out of that trickler there, pipe. That's what I'll do. It's coming out of a pipe over there. In the center is the largest of the Lima peaks, Garfield Mountain. This is the south face of it, and this is where the least amount of snow will be from. And there's still some snow up on that saddle on the right side of Garfield. There's the saddle I'm going to go through is up ahead. We're going to go into the trees and re-emerge on the other side and climb up to the saddle. And then it'll be into Sheep Creek. That'll be a relief to make it to the saddle. Like I said, that last push, it was hard. And that's just a skiff. But there's the first snow that I'll be walking through in the next several months. Well, I suppose this is what I can probably expect over on the North Face Springs. Okay. My material says 2.7 miles back to the trailhead, but okay. Take a break. And there is the little Sheep Creek drainage. This is the next spring, now on the North Face, and it's I see a little bit of a dribble down inside there. There's some water running underneath the ice. Wow. Try to get any of it though. It's a little breezy out here. They forecasted that. It's gonna get worse tonight. I need to get to a water reservoir. And so far all the springs have been frozen or dried up. And that's the west face, I suppose, north face, the red conglomerate peaks. Okay, that's the way we came. Just came through. There's a fire down there. I don't know if it's a camp, but it seems like it would be in light of this time of the year, hunting season, and I can't imagine a little fire smoldering like that in the middle of October. And the saddle, which we came out of. The last time we took a break was up on that saddle. we get to camp. It's going to be a camp rather early, that is mileage wise, but we're running out of time. Looking for water. Had water back there. Kramer got a drink, and that is doable, but that fire, that concerns me. I just crossed this tree on this steep slope. Now I know it doesn't look steep with this wide angle lens and such, but it is. And mud and snow. Slippery. Right now my right ankle is hurting. This is what's in front of me. It's going to have to make camp real soon. The body says that. And it's late. Well, I only made 6.5 miles yesterday. I'm headed that way, by the way. And I have to make a minimum of 9 miles a day. But I gotta tell you, that climb at the trailhead, the Sawmill Creek trailhead, and then the descent down to here, and I came limping in here. Those knees that the orthopedic surgeons have been wanting to replace for many years, they were really whining yesterday. We're now north of Garfield Mountain. It's been about an hour. I just stopped to shed some clothes and do something about that sock in my left foot. It turns out it's not the sock at all. I'm not sure what's going on. There's my route forward. Nice little glade. Still short of Buffalo Springs. Down to less than a mile. That'll be my last watering point till I get to Dead Man Lake. I'm traveling about 7 miles right now per day. That's an 11 miles, maybe 12 miles between those two watering holes. That means I have to do the dreaded stock up and carry it. I've already figured it out. I'm going to be carrying a load of 75 pounds with the water on board. Okay, we're out of that section, past Buffalo Spring. It's out of sight down below this ridge line that's where I'm on. Garfield is in the center of the picture, and red conglomerates just barely poking up over this ridge line. I had to cut it short today, and because of what I did there at the springs, I took out my bladders, which are presently, and for you summer guys and gals, this is what it looks like during the winter when protecting your water supply from freezing. And It's, as you saw, 24 degrees and the sun is still up. And it's gonna get cold tonight. Last night, it got down to 16. It'll be colder tonight. This is one dry run from Buffalo Spring over to Dead Man Lake. And unlike the summer travelers, I have to carry a heavier load. And last night's temperature was a case in point of why I have to do that. And of course, with that comes kind of like a snowball effect. Other things come into play. One of the things that come into play is I walk a whole lot slower. Now, granted, I'm older, but I still know how to put a mile under me or behind me. And so the result was I was close to 65 pounds when I made it to the trailhead yesterday morning. And I did okay with that. No, I didn't. It took the wind right out of my sails. And that big climb up there with 60 plus pounds of weight on them, it really whooped me. Today, at Buffalo Spring, I filled up all those bladders I just showed you that are now being protected by my body and all my other gear. And there's over 2 gallons, I would think, somewhere around there anyway, 2 gallons that I was carrying. It comes up close to 80 pounds that I hefted from the Buffalo Spring up to this point. That was a terrible thing to do. My back could not take it. My joints couldn't take it, my knees in particular. So I had to call it quits at this location. And certainly wasn't my plan, but the body makes the calls too. So it's good night for me. And reevaluation of how long it's going to take me to get through this 400 and some miles. And I was afraid of that, and yet I ignored it. I didn't put enough resupplies out here for what I'm doing, and for the pace I have and the amount of mileage I'm getting. And I was planning on a minimum of 9 miles a day, and I'm getting 6. So I have to change my plans. I'm going to run out of food by the time I make it to Nicholia Creek. That's a road, the end of a road, but a road. My wife has offered to come up and bring either some food with me or with her to drop off to me. And probably I'm going to do that, except it occurs to me that I'm either going to exit at that point and go put more resupplies out along the line up ahead, or I'm going to complete this heat over to Bannock with an old pass and then go out and put more resupplies out. And we'll see. I'll have to think about it for the next few days. And I should also say that I'm not in the best of shape. And that's definitely got a bearing on what's happening here. And so that said, end of story. That is the end of at this time. Yeah. Carlene is coming, going to connect up with me at Nicholia Creek, and the road over there is where we can connect up and give me some extra supplies. And we're going to plant a few more days of supplies further up, because it is clear now that I'm not going to be doing the minimum amount of 9 miles a day. Right now I'm at 12 miles total for 2 days, and that's not good. That puts me 6 miles behind by the end of yesterday for the minimum amount of miles I need. for the food I have out here. So, gotta make some changes. He's such a good guy. Say hello, gosh. Got him on my mind, Kramer. And this is where we're going to camp. My shadow is kind of, sort of on the spot, a little to the right of the shadow. The tent will go coming this way. I'm going to do a little walk, see what we missed, but mostly just stretch out the muscles a little after all that climbing I did with that load. Try to soften those muscles, let them down. Boot tracks there, also elk tracks. Come on, Kramer. This is our third night. And our second night in a row. It's a dry camp using the water we picked up at both camps. We picked up the water, and I've had 2 camps with that water. This is the second one. Getting a little low now, I suppose. Cattle country, I suppose, too. I had another spot about 200-300 feet down the trail from here. And I took a little walk, and this is what I found. So here I am. Okay, I'm just leaving camp. I think this is my 3rd camp. Yeah, day 4. Warmed up last night, wind quit, then it came back up this morning, and the barometric pressure just dove, and so it's clouding up, and whether it's going to rain or not, snow, I don't know. Last night, the low temperature got down to 21 degrees. Then it started to rise. And it was a downright balmy night, which is indicative that I'm adjusting to the weather and the travel out here. Which is kind of unfortunate because of what's about to happen today. So I'm about 4 miles away from Dead Man Lake. And then from there, I'll climb up out of that canyon and on a Jeep trail I've had my pickup on before, and travel along the Jeep trail toward Nicholia Creek Canyon. Carlene's on her way to pick me up, and I'm going to redo my resupplies. And one I'm going to add on to what I presently have and make it, take it back up to 6 days. And then I'm going to deliver another 2-day resupply near Hildreth Creek Canyon, which is at the foot of, or near the foot of Elk Mountain. Smart ass. And down in this draw, okay, there's at least 3 herd of cattle. I'm pretty sure the rest of them have been moved out. Make that 4 of them. Okay, you ready, boy? Of course you are. The only question is, am I ready? So we just made it to the top. Nasty climb up out of Dead Man Lake. I wonder if that's why they call it Dead Man Lake. Truthfully, the descent was worse. My back is just in all kinds of pain, and I'm getting ready to go down this mountain. Yeah, you know that car.
Hello, baby.
Hello, honey bunch.
Hey, Kramer. Hey, honey.
Steep trail for being on a canyon floor. This is Coyote Creek drainage, the headwaters. Further up, I didn't see any headwaters. I saw head ice.